Hi everyone. Today we are going to see a callback, how to create a callback and how to create a promise. And for this, I'm trying to take one example and which can be the same kind of operation um, with using the callback and using the promise. The same operation I'm trying to perform the two different things. So the first thing, callbacks. The operation which I'm trying to perform is addition of two numbers. Okay, so addition of two numbers. So normally it's a simple example I'm trying to take. I'm trying to take add function, and this add function will take the two parameters a comma b, and this a comma b. So simply what we are trying to do here, just simply we are trying to return um, a plus b. What happens in this case? See, whatever the things you are passing here, that is going to return the results, right? So let's try to see node space. See, it is returning, but we are not trying to print, right? So let's print the same result. Add function with 5 comma 6 as input. Okay. Now let's try to see. This is returning the result. This is a simple example which we know. Now what I am trying to do, I don't want to write like a normal function. Just I'm just adding the callback to this one. Okay. So to add the callback here, I am trying to add a callback next. And instead of returning the result, I just want to hand over this result to this callback. Okay. I'm just trying to hand over this result to the callback. Now, then after, whenever I'm trying to call this function, what I have to do, I need to call this add function. I need to call this add function with the two inputs, 5 comma 6 as an input, and also it is accepting one callback. Okay, it is accepting one callback. So that's that callback I'm trying to implement as a anonymous function only. I'm trying to implement as an anonymous function, and this callback function, whatever we are trying to pass here, it is expecting one parameter. Okay, so the response whatever I got. So here, whatever the input you passed, that is the response end. So the expression evaluated results is passing as a parameter. Now this result I am trying to print on the console. Okay, directly once I am trying to print the console. Now see the same kind of output we are getting. Okay, so in this way, or else you don't want to implement the callback over here, and you want to implement this as a separate function. Okay, so this is the display function. This is the display function, and you define the display function somewhere. You define the display function somewhere, and this display function is expecting one response as a parameter, and then it is going to return the it is going to print the results. Okay, now let's try the same kind of output we are getting. See, either you can pass the callback here or define the callback somewhere and then pass the callback here. Okay, so this is the way we can create the callback for the addition of two numbers. And the same thing we are going to perform the promises. So to create the promise, what we do, const add function, and this add function is expecting two parameters a comma b as a two parameter, and this this function this function is going to return a promise. Okay, this function is going to return a promise. This function is going to return a promise, and in this promise we have the different states, right? So initially I'm trying to take resolve state only. Okay, resolve state only, and in this particular resolve state I am going to resolve expression. This expression a plus b expression I'm going to resolve, and to call this particular function because it is going to return the result, right? So this is a asynchronous call. So we can't wait. Means we need to write inside the wait. Then I'll use the promise handling. Okay, basic promise handling. Add a function with the two parameters 5, 6 as input, and this function. So the promise handling normally we know, right? So then is going to have some response. Okay, and this response I am trying to print log what response you got. Okay, so here we'll pass the 7 comma 6. Okay, now let's go to here and then call your promise.js. We are getting the 13 as an output. So this is the way we are going to create the promise. This is the way we are going to create the callback.